Hi, I'm Signal Lynn Scott, and I'm here with Mark Phillips, who is the creator of the Mark Phillips wine glass. Tell me, Mark, I've always wondered, does the glass you use really make a difference when you're enjoying a nice bottle of wine?
Well, when I first got into wine, I was told the glass shape makes a difference, that you get a different shaped wine glass for different types of wine. And then I went to a Riedel seminar. Riedel is like the #1 glass maker in the world, wine glass maker. They're monstrous. And they put seminars on around the United States. You go there and they have their wine glasses and they have a hotel wine glass. And you compare them, the same wine out of each glass. And wow, the Riedel tastes, it makes the wine taste so much better. And you are all thrilled about that. You're a convert and you go out and you buy Riedel glasses. It's a great marketing program they have. And I did it. I bought Riedel glasses. I have a whole cabinet full of Riedel glasses. So it seemed to me it made sense. It seemed when I went to the Riedel tasting it made sense. But I'm a skeptic, and so I wanted to know for myself. And so I did a little research on my own. And I got 10 glasses, lined them up, all different shapes and sizes, big ones, small ones, crystal, regular glass, whatever. Lined them all up and poured the same wine in all 10 glasses. Oh. So Chardonnay in all 10 glasses, some Chardonnay, who cares what kind it was. And I have a tasting panel, a bunch of tasters that came through and tasted the wine out of every glass, the same Chardonnay out of every glass. And I asked them 2 questions. One, which glass made the wine taste the best? And which glass felt the best in your hand? So we did with Chardonnay. They made their notes, bam, emptied those out, washed them out, did Cabernet. Then did Pinot Noir. Different wines in the glasses to see what the difference is. And the funny thing is, the result is that the glass that was designed for that type of wine, when the Pinot Noir was poured in all the glasses, the Pinot Noir, the glass that was designed for Pinot Noir never won as the glass that was preferred by the tasters.
Really?
Yes. With Cabernet, the same thing. Chardonnay, the same thing. Whatever the wine was poured, the glass that was designed for that wine never was the choice of the tasters. And so I realized that the glass really makes no difference at all. From my research, it shows that the glass shape is a bunch of baloney, that there is no reason to buy different shaped glasses for certain types of wine.
Okay, well, that's your research. I mean, is there any other research out there that supports
There's
that?
a lot, actually. It kind of surprised
Really?
me, yeah. One great article is written by Daniel Zwerdling. He's an NPR reporter. And in the August 2004 issue of Gourmet magazine, he did a big piece about Riedel glassware, the company, Riedel Company, and just the idea of having different shaped glasses for different types of wine. Well, he found that there were major tasting or testing institutes around the world that did scientific studies about glassware, but they even did it better than mine because they took all the variables out. The people couldn't see the glasses they were tasting out of, because if you see it, you kind of you know what that glass shape is, and that should be that one. They couldn't touch the glasses. They couldn't put their lips to the rim, because you can tell if it's a thin rim or a rolled rim and all these things. So none of that was involved. They were blindfolded, hands behind the back, and the people swirled the glasses for them and put it up to their nose and tasted it without touching the glass, the whole bit. And every study showed that the glass shape didn't make a difference. The glass shape that was designed for that type of wine never was the one that made the wine taste better. So this idea of a different shaped glass was only proven to be ridiculous from my study, but from all the other studies out there.
Wow.
And even the thing that they say, Riedel uses this tongue map, the map of your tongue. This it's the sour, or the sour in the sides, sweet in the front, and so on. And they shape their glasses in a certain way that when you drink it, the wine's supposed to hit that part of your tongue. It's all a bunch of baloney. In fact, Linda Baruchuk, she's from Yale School of Medicine, who Riedel quotes on their website as an authority. She, when interviewed by Daniel Zwerdling, she says that's all a bunch of baloney. That whole tongue map is just not true. You do not specify certain spots in your tongue. The taste go all over your tongue. So all this stuff that's put out there about different shaped glasses, making a wine taste better, hitting your tongue in a certain spot, all the studies show it's just a bunch of baloney.
Wow. Well, okay, if the shape doesn't really matter, is there something that does make a difference between a good wine glass and a great one?
Yeah, I think so. I think what it's made out of. I mean, there's glass, and then there's crystal. And wine glass makers use crystal because you can make a thinner glass The thinner the glass is, the lighter the glass is. The lighter the glass is, the more elegant it feels in your hand. So crystal is the way to go. You can make a thinner lip, and that feels better when you taste the wine. It's not going to make the wine taste any better. It just feels better.
The experience.
Yes.
Okay.
And in fact, in my study that I did with the 10 glasses, the tasters all preferred a hand-blown crystal glass over a glass. I mean, it's clear. Once you have hand-blown crystal, it's the way to go.
Okay.
And I brought a little show and tell here. Here is a glass that's really the same shape pretty much as my glass, but this is glass and this is crystal. And you'll see a difference in the glass. Go with this one first.
Normal,
yeah,
nice
decent
wine
glass, sure.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay,
Yep.
this one?
Yeah, sure, the only one we have right there.
Oh, wow.
It's a huge difference.
There's no
It's so much lighter. I mean, we can weigh it. We can just do something that'll be quantitative here versus just, wow, this is lighter than this one.
Right.
All right, so here we got a little scale right here.
7.6.
7.6 for the glass,
right,
and then put my glass on there.
Wow. 3.2.
3.2.
That's less than half.
Yeah, that's such a huge difference. I mean, you think, well, what's 4 ounces? But that's a huge difference. It's like, it's like a feather compared to the other one. So that's what glass. That's why, okay, this is good, but when you have that in your hand compared to a glass, that's why, you always want to go to hand-blown crystal. So that was key. Hand-blown crystal was key thing. And also, one thing else that came out of my study was, besides having hand-blown crystal as a preference, the tasters preferred one shape glass, whether the wine was white or red, whatever the wine that was poured in the glasses, they preferred one shape.
And which shape was
that? Well, this is it's a Riedel glass. This was in the tasting. This is before my glass was even invented. And it was this glass. This is the Riedel Hermitage glass, or Syrah glass. It's their Sommelier series. This is the most expensive line of Riedel glasses, the Sommelier series. This is $90 a glass for suggested retail. It's expensive. But I found out from the tasting that this glass is like the ultimate glass. It's one shape that works for white and for red. It's hand-blown crystal. Perfect. I don't need a whole bunch of glasses. It's all right there. So I went out and bought it. I thought, perfect. I can have one glass and not worry about all these other glasses out there. And I bought it, and the first time I used it, I had some nice wine, beautiful, washed it, shattered, just completely shattered. Well, I bought another one, 90 bucks, I know. I used it maybe like 2 times, shattered again. I bought another one, and it broke. And the problem is, if you have hand-blown crystal, or you ask anyone who has them, where those hand-blown crystal glasses are, in the cabinet. Yeah, because no one wants to use their hand-blown crystal, because hand-blown crystal traditionally is so fragile, you're just scared to use it. And of course, you can't put this in the dishwasher. You have to hand wash only. Riedel says never put their glasses in the dishwasher. Hand wash only, so it's real pain, but even hand washing them, they just shatter. I mean, it's just a real tough thing to do. So I thought, well, that's not going to work for me. I just can't keep paying 90 bucks a glass and having them break all the time. So I decided there must be a better way, and that's when I went to work on developing my own wine glass. And so I came up with my glass right here.
Well, what are the differences between the two?
Well, let's see. One thing, let's talk about the balance first. In any wine glass, there's a balance point. Let's take the Riedel glass first. If I try to balance this, I can't. It's so top heavy, the Riedel. If I let go, it will fall, and of course it will break. I can't get this one to balance. And so when you're feeling a glass, when it's so top heavy, it's kind of hard to hold. And then you add wine to this besides, and it's like, whoa.
Another 4 or 5 ounces
because it's tough.
More,
So on my glass, one thing I wanted to do is I got to find the balance point here. There we go. Is to make my glass lighter. So that will balance right there. The bowl is so much lighter. I can hold it like this without the top, going down. It's a big difference. And so that's the main thing. It's a better balanced glass. When you put that wine there, it's still so light, it feels so nice. That versus that will feel almost clunky.
Right, you have to go up to the bowl.
That's right. It's just so top heavy. Sure. And not just top heavy, but the weight's a big difference. Now they're both hand-blown crystal, so we're comparing apples to apples. The glass is not involved right here. But pick that baby up. Now pick mine up in the same. Let's see. Both hand-blown crystal, relatively the same size. Yes, it's a huge difference. Let's weigh that one. We'll see what the weight is.
This was 3.2.
3.2, and this one reads
6.4.
Yeah.
So that's
6.5. It's 6.5. Right.
Twice as heavy.
Twice as heavy. And
twice as
so
big.
even though, that's right, it's just a little bit bigger in the bowl.
Wow.
But both hand-blown crystal, but I made mine even thinner and lighter so it feels more elegant. This is the lightest glass in the world. And you can tell the elegance of the glass.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So it's lighter. It is better balanced. And my glass is dishwasher safe. And this is a real rare thing in hand-blown crystal, because whenever you buy hand-blown crystal, they say hand wash only. And I didn't want to hand wash glasses, forget it. So I made this dishwasher safe. I did certain things to it. I can't say what it is, or I have to shoot you and everyone out in there too. But I made it a certain way where it goes in the dishwasher. In fact, I recommend that you put it in the dishwasher to wash it, not to hand wash it. So you can't put it on the top shelf, rack, whatever, because it's too tall. So on the bottom rack where you have more space, just turn it upside down. They have these dishwashing things that you can slide the glass in. Not either. Just put it in the lower rack on the tines. Just put it over one of the tines, and it will wobble that way. It's fine. And it's gone through thousands of washes and not broken. In fact, even when a restaurant has used this glass and put it through their industrial dishwashers that are really powerful, it doesn't break. So it's very durable. So
that's a nice thing.
That's the big baby right here. So it's too expensive. It will break whenever you use it. Whenever you want to use this glass, it's out of balance and it's very fragile. So the Riedel just doesn't cut it. That's the baby.
So we're here. I've got to tell you that, Mark. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous in my hand. I like everything about it, except it feels really fragile, and I feel like I'd break it.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you know it's hand-blown crystal and you have that thought that every other hand-blown crystal glass is so fragile. But that's another great thing. It's much more durable. In fact, watch this. On a granite countertop right here with hand-blown crystal, it's just amazing how strong and durable this is. Being so light, yet you can knock it over. Yeah,
it didn't break.
And it won't break. I mean, it will break. Believe me, it can break. It's not like it's unbreakable glass, but it's so much more durable as far as a hand-blown crystal glass.
Yeah, it went right over and...
Yeah, I'll do it again. Even harder. I was getting a little bit too hard. It even scares me right there. It always scares me, believe me. But no, it can do that, and it's just that durable.
That's amazing.
So it's the ultimate glass because it's much more affordable than the Riedel. Much more affordable. And it's the one size that you need for a wine glass. You don't need all the different shapes because that's been proven that's not needed. It's dishwasher safe. It's perfectly balanced. It's so elegant because of the lightness. It really is just a wonderful glass to have.
It is. There's only one problem. We haven't done a real road test yet. It's empty.
It's empty. Well, that's not right. Well, we can correct it, I think.
Can we solve that? That would be great.
We have another glass.
Oh, terrific.
Look at that. Hey, we're going to try to knock it over. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Let's see. Look at that.
That was scary.
It always is.
I did it. All right.
Now, if you do this at home and they break, you don't get a refund. But no, we got some wine right here. We'll just have some wine there because that's the way it should be.
That's great. Wow.
It makes it so much more fun to have wine out of these glasses. I mean, it's just, you're going to spend...
That feels wonderful.
Yes. You're going to spend more money. They're not cheap, but they'll last for a long time, and the balance is so much nicer. It's just
you don't
really
have
nice.
to do it.
I'm
not worried about that at all.
That's right.
That's great. Mark, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And showing me all about it. Cheers.
Cheers.